Today is the slowest rate of change you and I will ever see again. The world is only going to get faster because of the advances in computer processing power, data storage, artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, advances in biotechnology, nanotechnology, robotics, 3D printing, autonomous cars. All of these trends are happening right now, but each and every one of them is accelerating. I do a lot of speaking. I also do a fair amount of consulting, helping businesses and organizations understand this change, but then ultimately take action to create the future that they want. I did not plan to become a futurist. I didn't even know the job title existed. Right out of college, I went into the Navy. I served as an intelligence officer, got out, went to graduate school in strategic planning. I worked for the Pentagon as a strategic planner, helping think about the future, in this case of warfare. But I got out of that, became the head of strategic planning for the state of Minnesota, so my job was to help legislators think about the future. But what I came to discover is the people who are really creating the future, the technologists, the engineers, they're incredibly bright, but they're not good communicators. In fact, they're not very good at explaining how their technology is going to transform the world. And I really saw an opportunity 20 years ago to act as an interpreter between these really, really smart people and the rest of us, to say, I'm not going to get into the weeds on what exactly artificial intelligence is or how it works or blockchain. I am going to tell you at a high level how it's going to change your business model. Before people can embrace the future, they first have to unlearn what it is they think they know. And so this act of unlearning is really critical to future success. People say a revolution in transportation is coming. Here's how I want you to understand that revolution. Most people would agree the printing press was a revolutionary technology. It transformed the world. But Gutenberg's genius wasn't that he just made that up out of thin air. He took 4 existing technologies. He took a wine press, movable type, ink, and paper, and he put those 4 together and created a new platform. What is about to happen to the transportation industry is continued advances in sensor technology. We're going to go from billions to trillions, and those sensors are going to collect massive amounts of new data. That data is going to go to new cloud and edge computing platforms, and then within those platforms, algorithms, machine learning, artificial intelligence, going to sift through all of that data to come to new insights that are going to revolutionize transportation. 10 years ago, Uber could not have existed. Uber is really the convergence of smartphones, GPS technology, and cloud computing. And that revolutionized the taxi industry. But what's about to happen to the broader transportation industry is the convergence of these technologies are going to allow existing players like that, as well as new ones, to come and create new platforms that are going to allow a level of hyper customization and hyper personalization. We're going to get down to a granular level, and we're going to squeeze out unbelievable inefficiencies that still reside within the transportation system. In this new world, without a question, we have more data, we have more information, we're going to get more knowledge, but will that lead to more wisdom? That's really the question of the 21st century, and that's why I think humans and their ability to think, to have empathy, to understand the bigger picture are still going to be critical to success and ultimately our survival as well. I have written a number of books, primarily centered on emerging technology in the future. My first book along these lines was called Jump the Curve, and it was 50 essential strategies for helping businesses survive in the future. I've also written a book called Higher Unlearning, and then a few years ago I wrote a book called Foresight 2020. A future explores the trends transforming the world of tomorrow. So I've always been focused on helping people understand future trends. All of the books will be available Amazon, BarnesandNoble.com, as well as my website will have information on them, and that's just my name, JackAldrich.com.